Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 4's Enuff Podcast with your hosts, AB4 and Tracey. Thank you for watching 4's Enuff Podcast clips. Enjoy. All right, welcome to 4's Enuff Podcast. I'm your host, AB.
And I'm Tracey, his wife.
All right, today we got a lot of stuff to get into. We want to talk about Mr. Beast Burger, the Twisted Tea Smack, some Tom and Burt stuff. But first off, we want to get to know Tracey. All right, Tracey. First thing that people want to know about you. Can you tell us a little bit about your daycare, Farmer in the Dale? How old were you when you went there? How long did you go? Was it a preschool or did you go after school?
Okay, Farmer in the Dale was in Kinston, where I grew up. The only thing I can tell you is that I know I finished in the 5th grade. Because I don't know when I started. I know I went there several years. Went there for after school, and then in the summer, we went there for the summer also. And in the summertime, we would put on performances.
Okay, tell me a little more about those performances.
Well, we would take the summer, and we would sing songs, learn the songs, and we would sometimes make up dances or hand gestures.
So mostly musical stuff.
No, pretty much. It was kind of a musical performance show.
Okay. Most of the stuff I got here, I think is kind of in a good timeline. There might be a few things here and there that's out of the timeline.
Okay.
Softball. Did you play? Do you know anything about it?
I did play. I played recreation when I was younger in elementary school, probably 2 years. I don't remember a lot about that. But then I made the team in middle school. Did I play? Not really. I could play a little bit of outfield, barely catch the ball. And I would a lot of times pitch if I did anything. And I could hit the ball, but I wasn't very fast when it came to running.
It sounds like my son.
Oh, yeah, he definitely gets that from me.
I think I've heard you mention the 4-H club before.
Yes.
How old were you when you got into that?
Wow, I did 4-H for a long time. I guess technically you kind of age out when you turn 18, and that's what I did. But from elementary school, middle school, and high school, anything from cooking, sewing. Oh, good gracious, we did presentations on environmental topics. Anything and everything. 4-H was something I did most of my childhood.
Awesome. I've seen these pictures of you before with little tights on, and you were dancing. Tell me about your dance.
I danced on and off, again, from elementary school through high school. Not consistently, but on and off with different friends, different dance studios.
Now, is this more like booty dancing or ballet?
Well, not booty dancing like today's booty dancing, but we did jazz, which I'm not even sure is a type of dance these days.
Jazz hands?
Yeah, jazz hands. A little bit of ballet, something that they call lyrical. I wasn't very serious, and today dancing is definitely a sport.
That's why you always like to watch those Step It Up movies.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, the next thing here, roller skating. I know I've heard some stories about you putting on the roller skates. My first question is, did you put on the brown Bobos?
Of course, everybody starts in the brown Bobos, but I definitely love to skate, and so I was lucky. My parents got me speed skates. My very first pair were the black ones with the white stripes and the orange wheels, and later upgraded to some white ones, and I did some speed skating, and I loved it. Skating was one of the fun things that I loved doing.
So were you fast at speed skating?
Yes, no, yes. I was good. I could skate. I had good stamina. So I was good for things like relay and distance. And so when I started, I was not definitely the first off the starting block, but I could definitely do well.
All right. Next thing here I want to know about is your high school. Tell us where you went.
I went to North Lenore High School, Hawks, and yep, North Lenore High School, the Hawks.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 1994.
You didn't play softball.
No, I did not play softball in high school. I did not play sports in high school. I was on the yearbook staff. And I did a lot of activities outside of school, like dance and 4-H and so forth.
All right, so I've heard you say you went to France before.
Yes.
Wow. Were you in high school when you did that?
10th grade. 10th grade over spring break. It was an educational tour. We went to London and Paris.
Let's talk about some of your jobs that you've had before.
Oh gosh.
I'm just gonna name a few here that I know of. Monday and Monday.
Yes.
You were doing some CPA stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Sylvan Learning Center. She was doing business stuff and teaching kids.
Yes. Yes.
Now, am I mistaken? Did you say you did some sales before? Like maybe at was it a Hibbett Sports or?
I worked at a shoe show.
Okay, there you go. Shoe show.
Worked at a shoe show for a long time.
A waitress.
Waitress. Chinese food was my favorite. I loved a waitress Chinese food. Served Chinese food.
And another thing she did when I met her, she was the pet protector.
Yeah. Yep. High school and college, I would house sit and pet sit. Had a couple of customers. I did that for regularly for years.
Now, here's your favorite job that I want to hear about. I used to put on wrestling shows, and she was the door lady. You got any good stories?
I would let them in, and sometimes I wouldn't, and people were serious and excited and full of energy, and I met some of the best people I've ever met in my life running the door at our wrestling shows.
What can you tell me about your first car?
Oh, my first car was a 1984 Nissan Stanza. It was tan. My grandpa gave it to me.
All right. Was it good on gas?
It was a 5-speed, and I don't know about that kind of mess back then. I don't remember.
All right. The next question here. I remember one time you said a man flashed you. Can you elaborate? And it wasn't me.
Unfortunately, that actually happened 2 separate occasions. One time when I was working in a shoe show, a young man stuck his penis through his zipper and flashed me. And I saw it and screamed and ran away.
What's a better way to say, hey, I like you?
Unfortunately, he ended up having some mental differences, and this was one of the things that he had a situation with doing. And I guess he wasn't harmful, but I don't know.
All right, what's your second one?
Actually, I was at a car wash by my apartment in college, and I was washing my car, and there was a guy kind of on the other side of the parking lot watching me wash my car, and it looked like he was doing his business.
You mean like a number 2?
Having a good time watching me wash my car. He was having a good time.
All right. Let's get on to a little better subject here. You talked about high school, now talk about college a little bit.
I went to LCC for 2 years, graduated, and then I went to ECU for 2.5 years and graduated.
All right. For PE, what'd you go for?
I actually got a liberal arts degree from LCC, which was a 2-year degree. Then I even also transferred to ECU, a degree in sociology, managing family, concentration managing family.
I went to LCC also. I went to ECU also. I probably went long enough to be a doctor.
Yeah, you did.
But I got a PE degree out of it.
Yeah. I also went back to Pitt and got a 2-year accounting degree.
Good for you. All right. While you were in college, this is a story you told me vaguely. Did a dog chase you down and hump you?
This video seems very long. We might need to take a little break right quick.
Oh, we're at the end. Getting near it.
Yes. When I went to ECU, I lived in the dorms. At the time, was a dorm called Belk at the top of the hill. And I was out walking, talking with some friends. We were going to the dining hall, and a huge Rottweiler and his owner were walking, and the dog jumped up on me and greeted me with an extra hump or two before the owner could get him off of me.
So, you weren't on the ground?
No, I was standing up.
Oh.
And the dog jumped up.
Well, that's not too bad.
It was pretty bad.
I had it kind of like that.
No. No. Thank goodness, no.
All right. The last subject here. Tell us everything you can about AB5.
Oh, AB5 is our son. He is wonderful. He's 12. He's into all kinds of sports. He is funny. He's a sweet, good kid. He's good-hearted, but he likes to make all kinds of noises and all kinds of stuff, and yells and plays video games, and that stuff drives me crazy.
All right. Well, we're going to get into some more stuff, like I said, in a little bit. Tracey's got to take a pee break. We'll be right back.